Hi, Peter. Thanks for joining me today for this brief interview.
That's fine. Great, good to be with you. I'm really sorry not to be with you in person in church. Where our plan at the moment in this recording is that we're going to be on our way up to Scotland to see family.
Right, okay. Peter, back in the early 1980s, which
Yes.
church were you worshipping at?
So I was a member and had been for a long period of time of St Mary's in Upton in the Wirral, very formative in my Christian life and development.
Right, okay. So in those days, there was a guy called Peter who was the curate there, and
Absolutely right.
I believe you did a bit of bird watching together.
Absolutely right. There's a great crop of curates at that church over the years, and of course you were one of them, as I remember, with long flowing hair in those days. But back to the point. Yes, Peter Harris was somebody who was a curate for a period of time there, and he and his wife Miranda and family, we were very close to as a family. And Peter and I shared a great love of particularly bird watching, but nature in general and creation issues as well. And so Peter and I occasionally went bird watching together. He far more skilled at identification than myself, but it was great fun. I used to do bird ringing in the Merseyside ringing group, and we had lots to talk about. And over the years, as our friendship has continued, although not by any means to the same extent, that was always a great source of conversation and joy in appreciating God's creation and the variety of nature that is in the world.
But Peter and his wife Miranda, they left St Mary's in 1983. That was the year before Pam and I arrived.
Yeah.
What did he and his wife go to do, and what was their reasoning for that?
Okay. Peter was an amazing curate with just a fantastic way of working in every respect. And it was quite an unusual thing for somebody who had so many wide and various skills, I think, for them to decide, right, we're going to go off and we're going to set up and run a charity that is focusing on God's creation and thinking particularly about caring for and cherishing and protecting God's creation. So they went off to the Algarve to Portugal, and there was a plot of land there which they named Rocha, which means the rock in Portuguese. And they established there a field study centre, which was involved in protecting the land there, which was very much under threat through holiday development and golf courses and so on. And they did a fantastic amount there. And their mission was to do the protection, but also to do a lot of education through the Field Study Centre. And various people went out. They were lovely with my mum, who was quite elderly, widow, and she went out to them a couple of times and benefited greatly. Sadly, I never made it to that study centre myself. But yeah, so they went off to there, and after years working there, they've since established many more field study centres and have expanded their work quite dramatically around the world. And their mission and passion is inspiring and enthusing people to look after God's creation, to enjoy God's creation, but also to have responsibility in protecting it and using the Bible to help us to understand that God has created this world for our use, to cherish it, but also not to abuse it in the way we have. So there are lots of education things that have become much more mainstream since 1983, when they went off and got this underway. So their work continues dramatically now.
Right. Okay. Well, that's really helpful, Peter, to give us some insight about your own experience. It's interesting, isn't it, that actually what started as probably a seed planted by God in them started small, but has flourished and grown, and now includes projects and things around 20 nations of the world. Yeah. We never quite know what might happen when we take a step. hearing what God says to us.
Exactly, and it is incredible to see that the sort of a Rocha, I hate the word in a way, brand, but it is a brand in a way, that charity is now so significant and so well known. And there are various awards that different dioceses give to churches for different things, but a whole variety of initiatives, working with schools and so on. And you're absolutely right, Bob, that enthusing people and those small seeds being planted and growing into something amazing is such an incredible thing. Following God's instructions and a rather bizarre way forward for a well-equipped, brilliant minister to be involved in to do this, but amazing impact in this country and in others as well.
Well, thanks again for Peter joining us today. Enjoy your few days break. Okay.
Thanks ever so much. Great. Thanks, Bob.
Bye now.